Welcome to the Universidad Europea de Andalucía, and especially to this open day that we are celebrating with so much excitement. Today, with many families joining us, but allow me to speak directly to the true protagonists of this session, our future students. I'd like to tell you something. Not so long ago, I was sitting right where you are now, not knowing, and I'm sure your parents will agree with me, that I was about to begin one of the most exciting chapters of my life, my university stage. What I didn't know was that I was facing one of those crucial moments in life, the moment to decide what to study and where to do it. I remember that I was excited and scared at the same time. I didn't want to make a mistake. I knew that that decision was going to determine how my life will unfold. Depending on what I choose, I will lead me down one way or another, and I will meet completely different people. Should I study business or biomedicine? Should I study in Spain or go abroad? Too many questions, so much weight. I remember that weight, and I also remember all those doubts and insecurities. Does that sound familiar to you? Well, so let me tell you that it's completely normal. It didn't just happen to me. We see it every year. And I'll tell you something else. It's actually a very good sign because if you are here and if you feel like that, it means that you care about your future and you want to make the best decision. So first of all, I like to say to you is congratulations for taking this first step and for being here. I also have good news for you because the main goal of these open days is precisely to help you to solve all the doubts and questions you might have. So I encourage you to start adding all your questions in the chat right now because at the end of this session we will have a Q&A section where we'll answer all of them. Today, we want to show you what studying at Universidad Europea is like and how we approach higher education. And to do that, the most important thing is to share with you the mission of the Universidad Europea, the goal with which it was created. Allow me to read it to you verbatim. Is to provide our students with a comprehensive education, training leaders and professionals ready to meet the needs of a global world, to add value to their professions, and to contribute to social progress through an entrepreneurial spirit and ethical commitment, to generate and transfer knowledge through applied research, contributing to the progress and positioning ourselves at the forefront of intellectual and technical development. And with this mission, with this goal, the Universidad Europea has been building its academic model over the more than 30 years of history we have, a holistic academic model. And what does that mean? Well, means that it's based not only in providing our students not only with the latest knowledge and scientific technical advances in the different fields of knowledge, but also with the development of competences and skills, both specific to their future professions and those transversal skills that employers value the most. And of course, training in values which are characteristic of an international and multicultural university like ours. It's an eminently practical model because we know that the best way to learn things is by doing them. Maybe you have already heard an old Oriental proverb that says, I forget what I hear, I remember what I see, and I learn what I do. And we are absolutely convinced of this. Let me give you a quick and illustrative example. Surely, if we give you a manual on CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, you will forget it within a few weeks. However, if we organize a traffic crash simulation with professional actors where you, as a health sciences student, are the only one capable of saving that person's life by applying CPR techniques, I guarantee you that you'll never forget that. You know why? Because we only remember what moves us. And I'm not just saying that, but there are a lot of scientific studies that link emotions to memory modulation. And that's why our academic model is primarily experiential. But I will tell you more about that later. What I want to share with you today is that thanks to this model, today the Universidad Europea is the largest university network in Spain, with institutions in Madrid, Valencia, Canary Islands, Andalucía, Oporto, and Lisbon, a total of 21 campuses that share a unique vision of higher education, what we call the One University Vision. A university community of more than 54,000 students, where more than 30% of them are international, with exchange and internship agreements in more than 70 countries. It's also noteworthy that our model provides high employment rates, close to 94% in the first year after graduation, and in addition, with a salary ranges 40% higher than the average of private Spanish universities. At institutional level, we have received prestigious national and international recognitions that endorses our academic excellence, such as the World Confederation for Physical Therapy, the ACBSP, Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs in the business area, or the 5 stars ratings for employability, social impact, teaching, and governance in the prestigious QS Stars ranking. Our position in the sports area in the Shanghai ranking is also remarkable, where we are ranked 25th worldwide, making us the best private university in Spain to study physical activity and sport sciences. If we zoom in to Malaga, next October, we will open our new campus, more than 27,000 square meters of teaching facilities, making it the second largest campus in all our group. Teaching facilities will be equipped with the most modern technology and are specifically designed to deploy our academic model. It will have a lot of different laboratories, such as biomedicine, physics, a business hub, a future classroom, a state of the art simulated hospital, a supercomputing center, a media lab, multiple observation zones, and much more. But university is not only about training. It's the place where you'll grow as people, where you will make lifelong friends, and you have experiences that will transform you. That's why our campus is also designed for you to enjoy to the fullest. Green areas, study spaces, student clubs, and a lot of activities that will allow you to make the most of these years. Here, you can see the address and the look of our campus, as well as its connections, both by subway and by bus. But it's much better to see it. So please, campus facilities, video plays. Thank you. Very well. Throughout this talk, I've mentioned several times how important our teaching and learning model is, as well as its practical orientation aimed at maximizing the employability of our students. I won't take much more of your time, but I would like to highlight that this model is based in 4 major pillars, what we call the 4 dimensions of higher education. An intellectual dimension, as you expect. We will work on all the scientific technical advances, aspects of your future professions, with a very practical approach based on learning by doing. The second one is the professional dimension. Through over 20,000 internship agreements with companies and institutions from all sectors, and through the composition of our faculty, where two-thirds are active professionals, ensuring a learning experience that is completely up to date and aligned with the real needs of each sector. The third one is our international dimension. We have more than 200 international mobility agreements, both annual and semester based. We also offer a lot of programs in English, and you'll share classrooms with students from a very diverse nationalities from the very beginning. All of this to prepare you to work in a global and multicultural world. Finally, our ethical and social dimension. Of course, we want you to be not only great professionals, but also committed citizens to social, environmental, and economic sustainability. That's why we'll also organize a lot of activities in this area, always related with your future profession and its impact on society. And these four dimensions are grounded in 6 specific and perfectly designed pillars, which you can see here represented in this cycle. And I encourage you to ask the program directors how these are implemented in different degrees. I only want to list them is simulation, integrated learning, internships and professional environments, one world, interprofessional education, and all of them drive by our technology. And now it's your turn. Today, you will learn in detail about the degrees. You will meet some of your professors and the opportunities the Universidad Europea de Andalucía offers. Take this day to solve all your questions, to imagine yourselves in our labs, in our classrooms, and as a part of this community. Next, we'll hear from the people responsible for each degree so they can share a bit more about the focus in each area. So now let's move on to the degrees presentations. And we are going to start with Biomedical Sciences and Sport School, and specifically by a dentistry degree. For that purpose, I'd like to introduce to you to Dr. Yolanda Freire, who is going to explain you a little bit more about this degree. Yolanda, thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome to all to this session. My name is Yolanda Freire, and I think
Move on. Okay, we're going to start with dentistry, but I'd like to introduce the team. Yolanda Freire in dentistry. In psychology is going to talk as Isabel Hernández from the psychology department. ¿No tenemos? Ok.
Bueno.
Ok, si queréis empezamos, pasamos o como quieras. Empezamos así o pasamos a psicología y volvemos luego a dentistry.
¿Se puede cargar?
Podemos intentar.
Bueno.
Te lanzas.
Okay. So welcome all to this session. My name is Yolanda Freire. I'm glad to be here with you today talking about the degree in dentistry. Our degree is divided in 5 years and it's composed of 300 ECTEs. Our model is based that in the first year, primarily, our students study basic science subjects. But also in this first year, we have the first dentistry subject, that is Introduction to the Clinic, where students can start having the first approach to dentistry, including lab practices. In the second year, we complement this basic science with more medical subjects, and also students continue going to the traditional dental lab in subjects such as in periodontics or in biomaterials. From the third year, including the fourth year, our students start studying more dental subjects such as prosthodontics, therapeutics, or surgery, and they continue going to the lab. This traditional lab it's integrated with all the devices related to the preclinical practices that simulates a clinic with a turbine and the micromotor, and they perform practices there. Also in these labs, we teach traditional dentistry, but also we have introduced more digital flow, having intraoral, for example, scans for more the process of digitalization of taking impressions, for example. From the fourth year and in the fifth year, our students they also go to the clinic. We are going to have our own clinic, which we consider that is crucial, and they will have 300 hours of practices with patients in the fourth year and 600 hours with real patients in the last year. Sometimes there is a little gap between the traditional practices and the practices with patients. That's why we've implemented here in Madrid, and also is going to be in Malaga, a laboratory basic in active simulation with the simodons, that there are practices that simulate they are based in devices with active simulation, and they simulate the real practice with a patient. For example, through these simulators, we can recreate the hardness that we could experience in a teeth when preparing a cavity. And this is our degree, and I will be happy to answer to any question at the end of the session.
Okay, Yolanda, so thank you very much, and sorry for the technical glitches of the live show. And we are going to move forward to psychology, and I'd like to introduce Dr. Isabel Hernandez, Head of the Implementation for Psychology Department.
Thank you again.
Welcome.
Hello everyone and welcome. I'm excited to introduce you to the bachelor's degree in psychology at Universidad Europea de Andalucía. If you are interested in understanding human behavior, helping others, and exploring fields like clinical psychology, forensic psychology, or neuroscience, this program is a great choice for you. One of the key strengths of this degree is its practical approach. From the very first year, students start training in simulated environments, working with virtual patients and real-life scenarios to develop essential skills. Then, in the third and fourth years, they complete 300 hours of professional internship in different psychology fields, such as clinical or forensic psychology, gaining real-world experience before they even graduate. Another highlight of this program is the state-of-the-art facility. At our campus, students train in a simulated hospital where they work with actors and virtual patients to practice real psychological cases. We also have cutting-edge laboratories equipped with the latest technology, including virtual and augmented reality, eye tracking technology, neurofeedback, and artificial intelligence tools, all designed to enhance the learning experience. In addition to its strong academic and practical foundation, this degree also offers fantastic international opportunities. Students can participate in exchange programs with top universities. Our faculty is another great sorry, our faculty is another great advantage. Professors are not only educators, but also active professionals and researchers, meaning they bring real-world expertise into the classroom. We look forward to welcoming you soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Isabel. We move ahead with biomedicine, and I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Veronica Moral. Welcome, Veronica.
Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody.
Do you want a pointer?
I'm here to introduce you the bachelor's degree in biomedicine. This degree aims to train future professionals that will push the boundaries of biomedical science. And how do we do this? Well, we have Universidad Europea Andalucía. We will have a very innovative curriculum that is based on a very high experiential learning that will help you to develop as professionals with a multidisciplinary profile, integrating medical knowledge and also translational, clinical, and basic research to become professionals. We are going to train you in the learning by doing methodology. This is our strength, and you will have more than 800 hours of laboratory practices and internships, laboratory practices in small groups in our state-of-the-art facilities we are building right now. They will be equipped with the most advanced equipment, and you will also have these internships in prestigious research centers, and also you will have the opportunity to do these internships in companies in biomedical field or in biotechnology, clinical biotechnology. No se me ha oído nada.
¿Se ha oído? ¿No?
Should I move on?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yes,
what
we can restart.
should we restart?
No,
then?
not from the very beginning, but I think the latest
Okay.
2 minutes maybe.
So we were mentioning the learning by doing. This is our strength. We try to help you to develop all the skills you will need in the professional environment. And for that, we have a curriculum that includes more than 800 hours of laboratory practice and internship. Laboratory practice in our facilities, in small groups, and where you will learn how to handle everything you need in a laboratory environment, and then you will have the opportunity to have internships in the most prestigious research institutions, as well as in biomedical companies and clinical biotechnology companies too. Our facilities include a whole lot of laboratories equipped with different areas that will help you to understand how you can work in different laboratories. Structure and function laboratory, microbiology and genetics labs, cellular molecular biology lab, and also a cell culture lab, and of course a biomedical research lab, where you will be able to start your own first steps in scientific research. And last but not least, of course, the simulated hospital, where you will be able to develop your interprofessional skills with other students. As we were mentioning, our academic model is very, very strong in experiential learning, and there you will be able to develop your skills and your knowledge by different methodologies like complex simulation scenarios, clinical case-based methods, inquiry-based learning, or especially project-based learning. With all these state-of-the-art technologies you will have at your hand. And For those of you who are more interested in research specifically, you will have the chance to start your research experience, your research immersion in early stages in the first years with the early research program. This means that you will participate in the research projects that the groups of the university are developing, so that you can start tasting how it feels to contribute to real science. And last but not least, you will have also the opportunity to develop these interprofessional skills by interacting with other students of the other degrees in our facilities. So thank you very much. And
Thank you very much, Veronica. Very interesting. Let's move on with physical therapy. And for that, I'd like to introduce to you to Dr. Alberto Bermejo. Alberto, thank you very much. And here you have the pointer you want.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Alberto Bermejo, and I'm one of the key people responsible for implementing the physiotherapy program at our university. If you are considering a career in physiotherapy, our bachelor's degree will provide you with an innovative, hands-on, and hands-off education that prepares you for the future. Our curriculum covers a wide range of specialties from pain management and sport physiotherapy to neurological and oncological rehabilitation. Plus, we offer exciting optional subjects like therapeutic exercise and craniomandibular physiotherapy to help you tailor your learning to your interest. From day one, you will gain practical experience throughout workshops and patient-based training, developing the skills and confidence needed to make a real impact in people. Our state-of-the-art facilities include a simulated hospital and cutting-edge laboratories for biomechanics, structure and function, and exercise physiology. But real-world experience is key. We offer also 950 hours of supervised internships in top clinics and hospitals, covering areas such as neurology, cardiotherapy treatment, sports physiotherapy, pelvic floor treatment, and more. With agreements in place with over more than 25 leading healthcare centers, you will have the chance to experience different therapeutic approaches firsthand. On the current slide, you can see a list of some of the companies we have agreements with, where our students gain hands-on experience in real clinical settings. If you are looking for a program that combines academic excellence, practical training, and top facilities, this is the place for you. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to answering your questions.
Thank you very much, Alberto. And for finish with Biomedical and Sports School, let's move on with physical activity and sports. And I'd like to introduce to you to Dr. Laura Gostian. Laura, thank you very, very much for being here. And there you go.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure for me to introduce you some information regarding the
In
bachelor.
physical therapy. In the presentation,
yeah.
you have to pass.
Yeah.
There you
Yes.
go.
It's a pleasure for me to introduce you some information regarding the Bachelor in Physical Activity and Sport Sciences. This program has been designed according the academic standards that we established in Madrid, taking into account that this school has been mentioned before, that this school currently holds the 25th position in the ranking of Shanghai, being now among the best university in the world. So the curriculum has been structured to provide our students groundbreaking educational experience that shape the future of sports professionals. The structure of our program includes courses. The main courses says sports training and structure and function. And also, it's important to mention that in the first 2 years, students are involved to the 11 compulsory sports as golf, water sports, adventure sports, climbing, winter sports, football, basketball, among others. As a student progress, in the third and the fourth year, they have the opportunity to refine this expertise in the sports, so they can go forward with their specialization. Additionally, in the fourth year, they can choose 3 itinerary or specialized pathways. For example, health-oriented physical therapy, physical activity, sports performance, and sports management. This tailored approach ensures that each student can align their education with their personal and professional aspiration. Also, we are proud to mention that we are pioneer in Spain in implementing the simulation-based learning and the objective and structured competency assessment. So this methodology bridged the gap between the theoretical knowledge and the practical application. So we think that with this methodology, we are preparing the students for the real life scenarios. Furthermore, it's important to mention also that this program offer also internship design to align their chosen specialization. Finally, another key strength are the facilities. We are offering different cutting-edge facilities as biomechanics lab, training lab, physiology lab. So like that, students are accomplished with the part of the facilities and learning by doing. Regarding the double degree in physical activity and physiotherapy, it's important to mention that the students will obtain 2 diplomas, so their immersion will be also in physiotherapy and in physical activity and sports sciences.
There you go.
Yeah. So we think that with this innovative program, we will approach students to the real life and to the real challenges that we are facing now in the world. So I'm open for any other question if you have at the end of the presentation. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much, Laura, for your presentation. And let's move on to Social Sciences School. And we're going to start with marketing and business administration degrees. And for that purpose, I'd like to introduce our colleague, César Martín de Bernardo. So, César, when you want.
Okay, hello.
I think you have to pass the next one. There you go.
Okay.
What do you say?
Marketing. Okay, hello. Let's start with the bachelor degree in marketing. Okay, it's a 4-year program that helps students acquire the knowledge, abilities, and skills necessary to respond to the challenge that companies and institutions demand today in marketing, sales, and communication, especially new digital areas, such as social media advertising. This brand new degree has an innovative study plan curriculum with subjects that will prepare the student for the challenges of today's marketing and communication: e-commerce, digital ecosystem, data engineering, big data, neuromarketing, digital tools, and of course, others to adapt to the competitive environment of Andalucía, such as tourism marketing, brand management of tourism, cultural and natural destination, or international marketing, among others. There is a specially equipped classroom within the university campus called Business and Tech Lab, where the student will have the opportunity to collaborate on real projects with different companies, brands, marketing agencies, and means of communication developing skills for research and market analysis in the current physical and digital environment. The students of the bachelor's degree in marketing will have different options of training actions with over 400 hours of internships in leading companies and organizations, bringing students closer to the reality of the marketing and communication environment in which they will work once they have graduated and developing the skills that will help them enter the labor market. Finally, the students have the opportunity to study abroad, doing an international stay in more than 100 international destinations with a partnership agreement for internship and a bachelor award in marketing that will verify and support the international experience, consolidating their skills and knowledge in a global context. I will also explain the main points about the BBA, or Bachelor Degree in Business Administration.
Sorry, Cesar, the next one. The slide.
Here, okay? Here we are. In the Bachelor Degree in Business Administration is a 4-year degree aimed at equipping students with the skills and knowledge to understand and manage all aspects of running a business, including finance, human resources, sales and marketing, general management, and also prepares with the necessary tools to innovate and starting their own company to become a lifelong entrepreneur. This degree has an innovative study curriculum plan that will prepare the student to turn digital transformation into a business opportunity with subjects like digital workshop, machine learning, data visualization, blockchain, smart contracts, and of course, international tourism management to adapt to the competitive environment of Andalucía. The student will experience real business situation and learn a different way to make strategic decisions like a leader of the future. With a practical assignment in the business and tech lab, collaborating in a real project with a challenge-based learning methodology, which will help students apply what they have learned and combine with other subjects. The student of the bachelor degree in business administration will have different options of training action with over 400 hours of internship in leading companies and organizations, bringing students closer to the reality of the new business environment in which they will work once they have graduated and develop the skills that will help them enter to the labor market. Finally, the students have the opportunity to study abroad, doing an international stay in more than 100 international destinations with a partnership agreement for internships. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Cesar.
Okay.
And let's move on with a primary education degree. And for that, I'd like to introduce Dr. Marta Lesmes. Marta, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Daniel. Good afternoon. I'm going to talk first about the undergrad degree. Do we have it? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
In primary education. Okay, the first thing I'd like to clarify is that this program is designed to meet licensing requirements in Spain. That being said, if you choose to undergo this program and work elsewhere, you will need to find the way to convalidate this degree with the degree of the country where you plan to work. As with any regulated profession, the curriculum is established by Spanish Ministry of Education, and it's a very solid curriculum. So I don't think it will be difficult at all to find ways to meet requirements of international destinations. The program is divided in 60 basic credits, which focus on basic aspects of being a teacher, such as psychology, childhood development, philosophy, theory of education. Then we move to 100 mandatory credits, which focus on pedagogy and really the exercise of a primary education teacher. So pedagogy of social studies, language learning, math, etc. And then we have internships. You start going to schools as early as second year, So that's one of the strengths of the program. And lastly, we have two specialization routes, one in therapeutical pedagogies and in English language learning. And each path is 48 credits. Just like the rector mentioned, one of our strengths in all of the campuses in Universidad Europea is the academic model, and this is particularly important if you're studying to be a teacher. We will teach you the way we would like you to teach your future students. So problem-based learning, inquiry-based learning, any active learning methodology which is centered in students and followed by constructive philosophy is what you will have in the classroom. So all our subjects will be taught following this model. The one which we are most proud of is simulation. And you would think, do we use children as actors? And the answer is obviously no. We simulate interprofessional relationships, which are so important for any professional. So we simulate environments where a psychologist would sit with a teacher and tell a parent a difficult news, such as, we suspect your child may have an autistic spectrum disorder, for example. And this provides you as a future professional with communication skills that would ease that conversation in the future. That is our intent. Lastly, we have planned to build a future classroom lab, which is a physical space design to promote innovative teaching methodologies and equipped with state-of-the-art technology, which is something that we want to work on, especially in primary education. And I think that sums up pretty much what we do in primary education. Is
I
this?
think there's this one.
Okay, perfect. So early childhood education, the difference from the previous one is that that one is geared to children 6 to 12. This one is 0 to 6. And is pretty much organized curricular-wise in the same way as primary education, but obviously geared towards working with younger children. So these are infant and toddlers. So we focus a lot on play as a way that this age group really responds to learning. And we try to shy away from too much technology and more into the mud, like we educators like to say. So we focus on hands-on learning, globalized curriculum, integrating all disciplines. The same in the future classroom lab. So the space would be the same. And obviously with the same implementation of the academic model. Here again, we have two routes of specialization, which would be therapeutical approaches to teaching, such as dealing with infants with TDAH or ADHD or autism, and English language learning, and the same internships from second year onwards. And I think I have the double degree in primary and early education. And this is the best of both worlds. I encourage you to try and do our double degree program. You would be able to work with kids from 0 to 12, which is quite interesting, as in any private school, you can move from one stage to the other. You don't have to take all the courses from both degrees. Some of them are recognized. So you would have to do about 348 credits. And it's quite interesting, as it gives you a whole perspective over the whole development of a child. And the same applies, the teaching and the learning and the internships is the same as the singular programs. So I think
Okay,
I'm done.
Marta, thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
And finally, let's move on to Polytechnic School. And I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Daniel Gomez, who is going to tell us about our degree in computer engineering. So,
Thank
Daniel,
you
thank you very much.
for this opportunity to introduce the new bachelor's degree in computer engineering in Malaga. The program has been designed to give you, the student, all the knowledge and skills you will need to succeed in this ever-changing world of technology, as you know. Perhaps the most important feature or aspect of the program is its project-based learning approach, the PBL approach that has been put into practice here in Madrid for more than 12 years now with great success. And it is a special feature, as you see, in the other faculties as well. The idea is that each year, students will have to work on a PBL project, working in groups, that covers the contents of that year's subjects. These projects are ideally supported by external companies that propose the topics to be addressed and also assist in the follow-up. This ensures a clear connection of the program with the real world, giving students the practical experience and the industry insights that they need. I should mention that our curriculum follows the national legislation guidelines and offers a specialization in computing with subjects such as advanced algorithms, intelligent systems, artificial intelligence, and much more, reflecting the direction of most technological projects today. And of course, we also emphasize on cybersecurity, robotics, and big data, among many other topics, which are essential, as you know, for a comprehensive and modern program like this one. We prepare our students for the most in-demand professional certifications. The content of the degree covers these certifications, adding value to the subjects and ensuring that students will be very well prepared for future evaluations on these certifications if they choose to pursue them. Certifications such as Python and the ones that you're watching at the screen right now are included in the degree, keeping the curriculum up to date and we hope relevant for current and future job market demands. As you can imagine, high employability is another cornerstone of the program. It's actually 100% now in Madrid, and we aim for the same number, obviously, in Malaga. The project with companies every year, the continuous contact with industry, particularly in Malaga, and the certifications that we have already mentioned that validate the students' training in modern technology should guarantee the highest employability rate for our graduates. Beyond academics, we offer a 360-degree university experience. Students will have the opportunity to enrich their personal development alongside their academic growth, particularly by joining student clubs as they do here in Madrid. And that ensures a well-rounded university journey. Finally, let me finish by talking a little bit about our facilities that will be top-notch, featuring the Net Lab, equipped for Cisco certification, the Tech Lab with high-performance computers, and a VR station that is a virtual reality station. And finally, the Advanced Computing Center with a server cluster for distributed and parallel programming in the area of big data. No? So thank you very much for your attention. We are looking forward to welcoming you to this, we believe, very dynamic and innovative program in engineering. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Daniel, for your presentation. And I'd like to introduce you to Mauricio, our responsible for admission, who is going to talk about our admission processes. Mauricio.
Thank you very much,
Welcome.
Daniel. And well, now I will explain the admission process, scholarship, student's life, and then we will move on to the Q&A session. So the admission process starts with the application, which you can begin by contacting the admissions team. Then you will need to submit the required documentation, such as your ID or passport. And after that, the admission tests are conducted. With the admissions test, we aim to get to know you better and understand your starting point at the university. So the language test, these allow us to make an initial assessment of your language level, and it will only be selective for admission to certain programs. The required language level for each program will be provided by your advisor. And we also want to inform you that in order to achieve the optimal academic performance, the university recommends having at least a B2 level in the language in which the program is taught. Now, the English test must be taken by all students coming from countries where English is not the official language. It is a level test that evaluates the reading comprehension, knowledge of grammar and vocabulary, and listening comprehension. The Spanish test it must be taken by students who wish to study their program in Spanish and whose native language is not Spanish. The students who wish to study their program in a language other than Spanish and who need to demonstrate a certain level of Spanish to complete their internships. And the students who wish to study a program with a Spanish language requirement. Now, the aptitude and professional competencies test, it consists of responding to a set of behaviors related to the field of the study of work. There are no correct or incorrect answers, and you must indicate for each one the degree of skill or expertise you believe you have. The motivational interview, it involves answering a motivational questionnaire that will be evaluated by a member designed by the corresponding faculty as part of the admission process. And if you still have any questions, feel free to ask them in the live chat. Once admitted, you will formalize your reservation and finally submit the necessary documentation to complete your enrollment. Throughout the process, you will receive guidance from an advising team to address any questions. Admissions have already started and will continue until the start of classes in September or until the seats are filled. Now, let's move on to the scholarships and financial aid offered by the university. First of all, we want to inform you that this month, specifically, there is a 50% discount on the reservation fee. And regarding the scholarship we offer, we have a special aid plan for Universidad Europea de Andalucía. We offer the high performance scholarship. If you are a second-year high school student with an average of at least 8 in your first year of high school, you can get a 30% discount on the tuition fees. This scholarship is only available for candidates who have completed high school, national or international in Spain. The process to submit the applications has already begun. And in addition to these scholarships, we offer a discount for residents. And so if you have a GPA of 6.5 or higher and have been registered in Malaga for at least 12 months, you can apply for a 10% discount on tuition fees. Moreover, the City Council of Malaga offers study grants for new students, and we will soon share all the details with you. We also want to inform you about the UE scholarships. So if your average grade between first and second year of high school is at least 7.5 and the family income does not exceed 100,000 euros per year, you may receive a 3,000 grant. This scholarship is available to students who have completed high school both in Spain and abroad. The process usually starts with in mid-March. So if you come from the sports world, you also may be interested in our complete plan. So aim at high level and high performance athletes, both national and international. This scholarship offers a 30% discount on tuition. Regarding professional company discounts, we'd like to inform you that if your parents are members of a professional association or a company with which we have an agreement, you can benefit from a 10% discount on tuition. Please feel free to contact us at becasadmisiones@universidadeuropea.es for any questions you may have about scholarship and financial aid. Now, prior to questions and answers, I would like to take a moment to share a bit about the experience of living in Malaga, especially for those international students who may be considering relocating here. Malaga is a vibrant city on the southern coast of Spain, known for its stunning beaches, world-class museums such as the Picasso Museum and the Centre Pompidou Malaga, and delicious Mediterranean cuisine. The city has a perfect balance of modern amenities and traditional Andalusian culture, which is its historical sites, charming old town, and beautiful architecture. Malaga is also the gateway to the Costa del Sol, offering easy access to other Andalusian gems like Marbella, Ronda, and Granada. The city enjoys a mild Mediterranean climate with warm summers and mild winters, making it a year-round destination for outdoor activities. As for transportation, Malaga is well connected both nationally and internationally, with an international airport that serves as a hub for flights throughout Europe and beyond. Thanks to the high-speed rail system, you can easily travel to cities like Madrid, Sevilla, and Valencia. Malaga offers an exceptional quality of life where the pace is a bit slower compared to larger Spanish cities, but that's also part of its charm. Whether you're strolling along the beach, enjoying a tapas meal, or exploring the city's historic sites, Malaga has something to offer to everyone. The city of Malaga and neighboring towns offer a wide range of university accommodation, halls of residence, and flats to rent for extended stays, given the great importance to university life and tourism there. However, for those of you wishing to live in the middle of hustle and bustle in the heart of downtown Malaga, the campus is also well connected by the main bus and subway lines. Regarding your student visa, we will provide you the documentation needed to file your visa throughout the Spanish embassy or consulate in your home country. Once have confirmed your place and paid your reservation fee for the upcoming academic year. Now we will now open the floor for Q&A within the live chat. You are free to ask us any questions you may have about each degree and the admission process, of course, or campus, living in Spain. And my colleagues in the live chat and I will answer each in order of reception. We are happy to answer any and all questions now, but please note that tomorrow we will get in contact with you over email to send you the brochure of your degree with the tuition fees, and we will assign you your very own dedicated enrollment advisor. And now we are going to start the Q&A session. We would like to remind you that all of you who have attended today will be contacted tomorrow in case you have any new questions. And at the end of the session, we will display the contact details of the colleagues who have been interacting with you throughout the chat. So let's begin with the first question. So let me check in the live chat to see who's first. Okay. Danny, I think this one's for you. So,
Okay.
Marem Navas, I hope that I pronounced that right. There's no possibility that you have higher grades for this year, right?
Hi, Marianne. Thank you for your question. Unfortunately, the answer is no. We will start next course in October 25. So you have to wait a little bit.
Okay. Thank you, Danny. Thank you
Welcome.
very much, Marem. Okay, I have another question here. So, Michela Portesa and Michela, thank you very much for asking and for joining us this evening. So, hello, is there going to be a physical open day? Thanks. Well, actually, yes. This Saturday we have an open house event, so you can register in our website, and we'll be really happy to meet you there. So, yeah, thank you very much. Now, I have another question, Antonio Moncayo. Can I do the grade if I am in my second year in physical activity and sports sciences? Daniel, I think this one is for you.
Yes, Antonio, thank you very much for your question. Next year, we will start only by launching the first year of each degree. So we are not going to offer the second year for physical activity and sports sciences, but you can ask us for a convalidation study if you want, and I can advise you.
Okay, thank you very much, Daniel.
Welcome.
I cannot see the full name here. It's McCulloch. I think I also pronounced that right. So we didn't receive the link in time to see the slides presentation on psychology. Will there be a recording of this video presentation? Yes. Fortunately, yes. I'm sorry that you cannot, you couldn't come to the session earlier, or the link you didn't receive it in time. But the answer is yes. We are recording the session, so don't be worried about it. We will be uploading this like in a few minutes, so you can watch. You can rewind the video, so all the questions may be answered there. So thank you very much for asking. We have another question also from Mac Collock. So, are first year students guaranteed residence at the Malaga campus will be coming from Canada? So, unfortunately, we don't have dorms in Malaga yet. I mean, on the own campus. But as I said before, we have the neighbor cities, and also inside Malaga we have a lot of rooms, said to put in a way that you can look for. So unfortunately, we don't have our own dorms in the campus, but you could look, nearby, and I'm sure you will find a lot of options there. So, well, thank you very much, and we hope to meet you there in the campus. Okay, well, I don't see any more questions, so I think that's it. And well, thank you all for joining us this evening and for all your questions. So, Danny, I think that's it for today.
Thank you very much. Yes, finally for finish, I only would like to tell you a small story. When I was a student, I had an old professor. Everyone called him Nano. He was my genetics professor. Veronica is smiled because he was their teacher also. Our teacher Nano, he had a white hair, a big white mustache, and he wore a white coat. He used to repeat a phrase every time someone had doubts, every time we faced an important decision. The world belongs to the brave. At first, I didn't pay much attention to it, but over time, I understood that he was absolutely right. The world belongs to the brave, because the brave aren't those who never doubt, but those who, despite their doubts, move forward. Those who don't wait for everything to be clear to make a decision, but trust themselves and take the step. Today, you are facing one of those decisions that marks a before and after. What to study, where to study, what way to choose. But there are no perfect answers, but one thing is certain. The future belongs to those who dare. Today, we've shown you what's like to study at the Universidad Europea de Andalucía. We've shown you how our focus is on providing you with an environment to learn, to make mistakes, to grow, and to become the professionals you want to be. If this approach has made you feel like this is your place, I encourage you to take your admissions tests today. However, if you are only looking for a higher degree, maybe this is not your project, but it's okay. That's fine like that. Now it's your turn. Imagine your future, and when you're ready, take that first step. Because as my old professor Nano used to say, the world belongs to the brave. I hope you've enjoyed these open days, and above all, they've been very useful for you. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Thank you.